The room smelled like champagne and validation when my phone vibrated in my pocket. Once. Then again, I didn't look at it. I already knew who it would be. Timing was her favorite weapon. My wife, no, my ex, stood at the center of the room beneath a banner with her name spelled in gold. Balloons, smiling the way people do when they believe. The world has finally aligned in their favor. Her parents flanked her like proof of legitimacy. Colleagues pressed close, glasses raised, eyes hungry for spectacle. I felt the familiar tightening behind my ribs. Not pain, focus. She tapped her glass. Silence fell. She scanned the room, then found me. There it was. That look. The one that said I was about to be used. This, she said brightly, wrapping an arm around my shoulder as if we were still something, is my ex-husband. No degree, no future. Just freeloads off my money. Laughter rippled. Polite at first, then careless. Her father laughed loudest. I didn't flinch. I smiled. Lifted my glass. Cheers, I said. This is the last time any of you will see me. The room went completely silent as I walked away. A week earlier, I'd been sitting in my car outside her office. Watching her through the glass walls she thought made her untouchable. She'd been promoted. Again. I'd congratulated her that morning. Kissed her cheek, swallowed the bitterness like I always did. That was the day I saw him. You notice patterns when you're no longer needed. The way she laughed differently. The way her phone never left her hand. The way she'd started locking doors that were already closed. He leaned too close. She didn't pull away. My mind cataloged everything. Calmly, like an accountant tallying debt. I told myself it was nothing. That I was tired. That jealousy was a weakness she'd trained into me. But doubt doesn't shout. It waits. It settles. It grows roots. That night, I checked the phone bill. Numbers repeated, late hours, weekends. I didn't ask her about it. I never ask questions I'm not ready to answer. Over the next few days, I became invisible on purpose. I cooked. I cleaned. I listened. She talked about work, about pressure, about how exhausting it was to carry everything alone. She never mentioned him. I watched reflections instead of faces. Her pupils when she lied. Her breathing when she didn't. I hired a private investigator with money she thought I didn't have. Old savings, old habits. I requested phone records, emails, calendar access. Over the next few days, I became invisible on purpose. I cooked. I cleaned. I listened. She talked about work, about pressure, about how exhausting it was to carry everything alone. She never mentioned him. I watched reflections instead of faces. Her pupils when she lied. Her breathing when she didn't. I hired a private investigator with money she thought I didn't have. Old savings, old habits. I requested phone records, emails, calendar access. I waited. Externally, I was compliant. Internally, I was sharpening. The report arrived on a Tuesday. Thin envelope. Heavy truth. Photos, hotel receipts, emails with promises she never made to me. A pregnancy test receipt dated months before the divorce. Papers she'd rushed me to sign. The child she said she wasn't ready for. Not mine. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I poured a drink and read it again, slower this time. Let it settle. Let it become something solid. That night, I placed the envelope on the kitchen table. She saw it immediately. "What's this?" she asked, already defensive. I didn't answer. I just pushed it toward her. Her hands shook as she flipped through the pages. Her breath fractured. She sat down hard. "You went through my things?" she whispered. I smiled, not kindly. "No," I said. "I went around them." She cried. She begged. She blamed stress, ambition, me. I listened like a man watching weather pass. At the promotion party, when she tried to reduce me to a punchline, I understood the final shape of her cruelty. Public humiliation wasn't accidental. It was a victory lap. She thought I was finished. She didn't know I'd already closed the accounts. Transferred the assets, filed the documents. Quietly informed HR about the relationship with her subordinate. She didn't know the board had questions. Or that her parents would receive copies of the report the next morning. I walked into the night without a coat. The cold felt earned. My phone buzzed again. This time I answered. Her voice was panicked, cracked, small. "Please," she said. "We need to talk." I looked up at the dark sky. Empty. Honest. "No," I said. "You already did." I hung up and kept walking, lighter than I'd been in years. Some people think revenge is loud. They're wrong. It's silence. And I've never slept better.